Welcome back to Diamonds in the Rough. This week, we are profiling the up-and-coming vocalist and songwriter, Marta Tyree. Marta grew up in a small town in Indiana, where family, friends, and Sunday church were as essential as food and water. Like so many artists before her, Marta's love for music began in the church.
I remember being at that little town, a United Brethren little church there, and really my whole life, all my family, great aunts, great uncles, were all related to everybody, and that's the little church that we started at, and you know, being 4 or 5 years old on the chair singing Jesus Loves Me, that kind of thing.
My wooden spoon, if I couldn't find it, it was somewhere in her stuff because that was her microphone. Oh yes. I played the piano for the church, and of course she went with me a lot.
My mom, she wasn't a very good pianist, and she'll tell you that. And I don't mean to be, hello mom, I'm sorry. But she wasn't the best pianist, but she could play the piano, and she had taken lessons, yes. And so as another way to have income, she would play piano for church. And so every time she would go to practice or anything, I would go with her, and I was so excited because we couldn't afford a piano, you know. So I would go to one of the back pianos and, you know, be picking out stuff and making up songs.
Our minister's wife was a music director, and she came to me one day and said, "Do you think Marta would be willing to sing a solo for the kids' Christmas musical?" And I said, "Well, I don't know." And the first time I heard her in practice, I thought, where does this come from? I mean, this is like a 9-year-old little girl belting out a song like she's been doing this all of her life. No, not intimidated by microphone or crowd or anyone, and it just kind of blew my mind.
Standing blinded in the aftermath, only the aching, melancholy rain. I know I'll find.
What is the one thing that you would change about Marta, if anything?
I don't know, when you just ask me that question, I always think, I love Posh. I go in there and shop all the time. It's this little boutique in Nashville around the corner from where I live, and I love going in there. There's like some wild, and there's some just very, very, really wild, crazy things. And like one day I was looking at some earrings, and I was thinking, I wish I was that girl, but I know I'm not that girl. There's a wild fun, and I think my music reflects that, but there's also, in what I'm trying to do, there is a more conservative side to me too. Yes, I wish I was, you know, the woo, she's out there and, you know, whatever.
Madonna.
But yeah, everybody wants to be the so flashy. So I hope that the music that we present is so fun, but that there's also some meaning behind it too, not just all glitz and funny, haha.
Graduating from high school with honors, Marta headed to college under a partial academic scholarship. Marta worked hard at her studies and did mission work in the summer months. Then a call from her older brother, Joe, would begin to change the equation.
My brother has been in bands since he was like 15 years old. He's 5 years older than me. He had been in rock and roll bands like forever, and he had asked me before to be in bands, and it just really wasn't my thing. The whole scene, you know, just really wasn't the kind of, you know, it's just a different sort of scene really in rock and roll. So finally he started putting a country band together, and I said, okay, I could do that. So I was in college. I would come home on weekends and play. We were the Porch Dogs, our first band.
I like that. And the Dogs being
Dog,
Athens,
like,
Georgia?
As in D-A-W-G-S.
Right.
You had to spell it that way.
Okay.
That was us.
Marta was no ordinary porch dog. She graduated cum laude from Samford University with a degree in international relations. Degree in hand, a career in ministry would have been the next logical step, but the performance muse had already latched on tight.
Early on, I mean, we were playing like little just outside gigs, you know, little private parties or whatever. And the sound was never right from night to night. You never knew what you were going to get. And if there was any feedback or anything, I would turn around and I'd make a face. I'd be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening. Or just be, and my brother took me aside, and my brother's like 6'5". He is a big hunk of man, and he took me aside, he's looking down at me, he goes, don't you ever turn around. Those people don't know that something's wrong. What you hear, they don't know those things.
Stay tuned for more Diamonds in the Rough.